Hey y'all, Kenny here. Thanks for joining me. Just a quick introduction before I crown a barrel. This is my 223 Remington. I bought it used. Buyer beware. I ran a lot of rounds through this gun. It never shot to suit me, 1.5 to 2 inches. Finally, I decided to take a look inside, and that's when I found the damage about 1/4 inch back from the muzzle. There was a big gouge in the lens. Don't know how you could do that other than sticking a really hard object in the barrel. But being a DIY guy that I am, I decided to try to crown it myself. I'm not above publicizing something, and every now and then you get a good result. I figured the worst case scenario would be that I have to take it to a gunsmith and have him clean it up. This is the factory crown that was on the barrel. And this is the crown that I did. To do that, I used a 5/8 drill bit, a 1/4 inch carriage head bolt, sandpaper, and some valve grinding compound. Now, I didn't film the actual crown of this barrel because honestly I didn't have any confidence much in it. I've always been told that this crown had to be precisely aligned with the bore of the rifle before it would be accurate. But I do have an old barrel here. It's a Model 88 Mauser barrel that I'm going to use to demonstrate how I did this. First, I had to have a way to hold the barrel in the drill press. This is the hole that I drilled for the Encore barrel, and this is a hole I drilled for the Mauser barrel. Then I sawed a slot right up the center of the board. I'll use a C-clamp then to hold the barrel in the drill press. So I centered the barrel in the drill press using this piece of 5/16 steel rod. It fits this 8mm barrel almost perfect. For the 223 barrel, I used the shank of an old drill bit. I just use a hammer to bump this thing around until I get it centered up, then I'll lock down my clamps. I bet if a real gunsmith's watching this, he'd probably just spit his teeth out. So I used a 5/8 bit on the Encore barrel, but it was a much larger barrel than this 8mm barrel. I could probably use a 3/8 inch drill bit on it. But I custom ground the bit, the angle of the bit. You can see a standard bit, and you can see the angle of the bit that I used. And I did that to match the angle of the head of the carriage head bolt, and that's about 15 degrees, I think. I actually cut the crown on this 8mm barrel when I was a teenager. I did it in a lathe. We had a lathe at work. I killed a lot of deer with this barrel. I just keep it around for the memories. Actually, the old 88, I understand, was a little bit dangerous, but I wasn't smart enough to know that back then. So this bit looks a little bit rough from doing the 223 barrel. Well, let's see if it'll cut. If not, I'll stop and sharpen it. Alright, ready for the carriage head bolt. So you could do this crown without drilling. You could do it all with the sandpaper and the carriage head bolt. It would just take a while. The reason I use the drill is that I had to remove that 1/4 inch of bad barrel. And so I just drilled it away. I thought that was the safest way to do it. But I have some 220 grit paper on this carriage head bolt. I just taped it on there. You want to use paper that is thin enough that it'll conform to the head of the bolt. See the action I'm using on the drill. This actually moves metal better than you think it will. So I'm going to use the valve lapping compound next. This is the Permatex brand, water-based. You can hear when it quits cutting. Just put some more up in there. So I've ground all the drill marks out. The old carriage head bolt's not much worse for the wear. That's 2 crowns I've done with that. The next step is to use the round head screw and cut a little chamfer right down at the rifle. This is the screw that I use for the 223 barrel, but it's too small for the 8mm, so you're going to have to match the screw to the bore of your barrel. So I'll use a little lapping compound, same motion on the drill, and I'll cut a little chamfer in that. So my chamfer's cut and looking good. Took about 5 minutes to do that, maybe, if that long. Next thing I want to do is take this sharp edge off the outside of the barrel. I'm just going to use some 220 grit paper and a flat file. And I'll just pay attention to what I'm doing here. Adjust the angle of my file to try to make this look even. This is a good looking target crown, if I have to say so myself. Cut in the drill press. But good looks don't mean good groups. So I'm going to shoot for you, not the Mauser 88, but the 223, and I'll let you be the judge. So this group is pretty representative of what the gun was doing. The group I just shot measured 11/16. A lot of people say you can't judge a gun by 3-shot groups, but that's all I'm really interested in. That cold bore shot is most important to me. So what I'll do is fire 3 shots at a target, come back in a few days or a week, and shoot another group into the same target. And that's what I did here. There's a post-it note under here. These 2 groups were shot a week apart with different temperatures, wind conditions, and so on. And this is the result. 6 shots just barely over an inch. These 3 are well under an inch. The other group measured 11/16, exactly like that one did. So could it be better? Of course it could be better. We're never satisfied until they all go in the same hole, but that's not really being reasonable, I don't think. You know, I'd be interested in knowing if a barrel were cut in a lathe, if it would do any better. So if any of you gunsmiths out there want to donate some time to science, let me know. I'll send you this thing and we'll try it. I think it'd be interesting to see. So would I do this again? Well, if I had a messed up crown or I wanted to shorten the barrel, I definitely would try it again. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, subscribe to my channel. I'll have some more gun related videos coming up. Thanks for watching.